Mauricio Umansky is founder and CEO of the agency, a multi-billion-dollar real estate brokerage. Well, we need your thoughts on this because it's becoming just completely unaffordable for anybody to go buy a home right now. What is going on? And
there's no question the median price has risen, and there's no question that affordability is low, and that it's not affordable right now. We need to fix an affordability problem. There's lots of things. There's two main things that need to give. Number one is we need to lower interest rates. Number two is we need to see more supply. We need to give credits to builders to be able to build. We need them to have the opportunity to bring in more supply. The cities, the states, the federal government needs to do that. You need a combination of both. Average pricing, though, I want to be super clear, has actually dropped. And we have seen the average price drop. The median price has risen. There's no question about that. But if you look back to the early 1900s and you take a graph and you take it all the way now to 2025, you can never grab a 10-year period in that graph that the median price is lower than the previous 10 years. So it's going to increase. And that's why real estate is a good investment for homeowners, for builders. That's why it's the American dreams. We want that to continue and increase, but we need more affordability.
I don't know if anybody feels better about median versus average. I mean, prices are high in general, right? And you hear people talking about this all over. You know, obviously, real estate is extremely local. There are some people in some pockets of the country, Florida, Nashville, and other places, who are starting to see those prices come down. But the president is really urging the Fed to drop those interest rates to get markets like the housing market going. Here he said this at the Bilat today.
We're doing so well, even without the rate cut. With the rate cut, it would be better. It affects our housing a little bit. Each point, 1 point of cut, is the equivalent of $360 billion in savings. That's big stuff, you know. Those are big numbers in the U.S. Everything's big. He should cut. A smart person would cut. You know, he leaves very soon.
So we're left wondering.
I think you would definitely start seeing the market increase. We need a rate cut. I agree with that 1,000%. It's too high. We've been in a 3-year recession. We're in the lowest transaction rates that we've been in since it's the early 1990s. We need affordability. A rate cut will cause two things. It will cause more people to enter into the market. It'll create more affordability. It'll create more supply because more people will put houses on the market. But we also need to increase building and new home sales.
This also stuck out to me reading the Wall Street Journal last week, and it's a trend that's been emerging, is people walking away once they're in a deal, walking away. Why? Because of those high interest rates. The payments look so high once they commit to a deal, and they're walking away from them once they see what that monthly payment will look like. These are pending U.S. home sales that fell out of contract in the month of June. Nearly 15%. They entered in to the pending contract, the pending sale of the home, and walked away. 15% of buyers. That's the highest that we've seen it in any June in years. So I'll give you a final thought on that. As we hope things start to improve, because, I mean, this is part of the American dream, home ownership.
Well, I'll tell you what that tells me. That tells me that people want to buy, people want to own, people want to fulfill the American dream, but they can't afford it. And we need to help them be able to afford it. Two things need to happen: lower interest rates, but also the one thing that people don't talk about is those insurance rates. Those insurance rates are out of control, and that's also not helping affordability.
It's for most people, it's the biggest investment that they will ever make in their life. So it's an interesting moment to watch it. Thank you so much for joining us today. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
All right, Trace.